Marco Silva, Everton's highly rated young manager, has made significant changes to the team's style from last season's drab tenure under Sam Allardyce. While the season is still young, the signs are encouraging, and while Silva said in pre-season that he'd use a 4-3-3, so far he's used a 4-2-3-1. This is possibly because he doesn't have the confidence in his midfielders to play as a deep-lying playmaking six, or possibly because he values Gylfi Sigurdsson's ability to link with the double pivot from a higher position. This aside, some of the other aspects that Silva highlighted as being key to his coaching philosophy are already evident in Everton's play, and with the signing of Richarlison from his former club Watford, Silva has strengthened his team's ability to deliver that philosophy as well. In attack, Everton striker Cenk Tosun drops off towards Sigurdsson to draw defenders forwards or tries to disrupt their positioning by making runs horizontally across the box. He's a physical striker and creates space with his movement or occupies defenders by being a handful. Walcott tends to drop a little bit deeper to look for the ball on the right, but then breaks forwards or outwards, looking to cross as a winger. Richarlison, by contrast, drops inwards or pushes forwards at an angle, either running off Tosun in towards goal or driving forwards from a deeper position, again towards goal, or staying available as a passing option in field. Now that's not to say the Brazilian cannot act as a wide man, but he tends to look to involve himself more centrally despite starting higher and wider, while Walcott starts deeper but moves wide. Both these roles afford the fullbacks room to push up as well, and Everton's ability to cross from fullback has been a consistent facet of their play. In Seamus Coleman and Leighton Baines, they have two players who can do this while generally maintaining their defensive duties, but it's the movement of Richarlison and Walcott, more dynamic than the wide players for Everton last season, that makes this approach tick. Silva likes his teams to press, but they tend to press passing lanes or cover shadow rather than press by swarming the man in possession. When an attacking move breaks down, Sigurdsson will tend to orientate himself to cover a vertical ball forwards, while the wide players tuck inside to form a spearhead that looks to cover. If a fullback starts to tuck in to offer an option, the Everton wide player will cover that passing lane rather than looking to press the player in possession or the potential receiver. It's the pass that's being marked and not the man. If the ball is moved wide, then Everton will press more aggressively, and in this instance a man or two will go for the player in possession, but this only happens though when the passing options have been so narrowed that winning possession back is likely. Richarlison especially excels at this form of pressing. He is used to Silva's style from their time together at Watford anyway, and his natural desire to move in field means that he is well positioned to change his position from covering a passing lane to pushing up towards a man as the ball transitions towards the touchline. This approach is important because it mitigates against Everton's midfield lack of pace and protects the two men in central midfield. Too aggressive a man-orientated press could leave the team open to attacks through that area, as too many players are sucked towards the ball and don't have the speed to recover. In Jordan Pickford, Everton have an excellent goalkeeper whose distribution and sweeping is a real strength. Pickford is unafraid to make runs outside of his box to clear or intercept, and his long and short kicking from ground and hand is generally very good. Michael Keane is also a good passer of the ball, and as Idrissa Gueye or Morgan Schneiderlin drop in between him and Mason Holgate, there are often several options for a pass. Back to Pickford, inside to a dropping midfielder, while the other midfielder pushes up, or outside to the advancing fullback. Holgate's long-range passing has been less successful so far this season, but again, he often looks to pass inside as the centre-backs move the ball upfield before shifting it wide. This patient approach allows the midfield to stagger so that Sigurdsson and whichever midfielder has not dropped off are able to find space between the opposition lines. It's another point of difference to Sam Allardyce's style, which looked for quicker and more direct transitions rather than trying to generate shorter passing opportunities through rotation of the ball and movement. Everton looks set for a good season under their new manager.